Good evening. Welcome to the September 17th, 2007 edition of the ListenToUs.com video log, presented by ListenToUs.com, exposing the threat, the New World Order. I'd like to start by saying any website that I mentioned during the blog doesn't mean that ListenToUs.com endorses any or all the content located therein. It's just something I ran across that I want to share with you guys. Pretty much tonight's vlog is going to be on the American Family Association's values voter debate that was held on AFA.net tonight. It was a live streaming webcast. It was a great debate. The thing I especially enjoyed was I didn't have to listen to the mainstream media's commentary in my ear about telling me how to think about what was being said by the candidates. I'm a Ron Paul supporter. I thought he won the debate. However, other than the Iraq War, I was impressed with Sam Brownback as well as Mike Huckabee. The straw poll from the debate said that Mike Huckabee won the debate. I disagree, but as I already stated, I'm a Ron Paul supporter. Format of debate was pretty straightforward. First section was general question asked to all the candidates. They all had time to respond. The second section was green light, red light section. Question was asked, and you said, are you green for yes, I agree with that, or red for no, I don't agree with it. And the third section was a specific question asked to each specific candidate. The fourth section was a summary. You had 2 bonus minutes to use at any of the section, whether it was the first to give a rebuttal or extend your time to answer the question. The second would be maybe to explain the reason that you green lighted or red lighted the question. The third section, you could have used it as a rebuttal or to extend your answer. And the fourth section, if you didn't use your bonus minutes, you could have additional time, up to 4 minutes, to give your summary. My commentary this evening is going to be about Ron Paul and his answers, and how I think that maybe some Christians may not understand the reason that he answered the way he did, and that's why he didn't score as high in this debate as he has in others. Ron Paul is a constitutionalist. I think that the only way to get this country back on track is to go back to the Constitution. The Constitution is not a living document to be changed upon society's whims. As it pertains to Christians, a lot of the founders of this country were devout Christian men, and they set the Constitution up to protect their right to worship as they saw fit. And by doing that, they didn't want anybody to impose their belief system upon them, and therefore they don't have the right to impose their belief system on anybody else. And this is where I think some of the confusion comes in about Ron Paul from the Christian community when you're looking at maybe the way he answered some of the questions. He was extremely eloquent in comparing the non-interference policy with other countries, especially as it pertains to the war in Iraq, as well as some other questions about human rights violations in China and Sudan. The way the forefathers set it up was, our country doesn't have the right to impose or invade another country and subjugate them and make them into a democratic state. there are times when war is justified, as Ron Paul made a good point, and there are times when it's not. And just because we as a nation don't agree with the way someone else is living doesn't give our, under the Constitution, doesn't give us the right to go in. Nobody voted us, the whole world didn't vote America as the police, the world police. And we're not. We have no business doing that. The next thing, and he compared that to Christ's non-interference policy, which is the way I think that the Founding Fathers set up the Constitution, is mirroring Christ's life. Let's face it, Jesus Christ was the Son of God. He had the power of God. He was God made man. And he could have subjugated the people to worship him. But that's not what he was about. He was about love and giving the people a choice. As he said, I stand at the door and knock. The way he won so many people to follow him was through example. And as Christians, I think that's what we need to do. We need to live a life and mirror as best as we can the love of Christ. And tell people the good news of Jesus Christ, and it's up to them to accept it or not. We can't impose our beliefs upon these people. And that's the way the Constitution was laid out. And that the government can't impose